Salim Omar here from CPA Marketing Genius. Welcome. I've got an amazing guest for us today. His name is Anmol Singhi. Anmol, welcome.
Thanks, Salim.
Anmol's the SEO specialist at CPA Marketing Genius. He helps our CPA firm members improve their online presence and achieve their revenue goals. He manages the SEO for my own firm, Straight Talk CPAs. And he started as a freelance consultant, SEO consultant, 7 years back. And he now manages a team, a full team under him. So I wanted to bring him on. He uses special tricks and tips and strategies that gets my firm ranking high. And I wanted to bring him here so that he can share some of his magic that he does for my firm. So Anmol, I'm so great to have you. And I'm very curious to know, I mean, you're passionate about this field, having worked with you. Tell us a little bit about like what intrigues you about it, or perhaps even how did you get into it?
Thanks, Salim, for bringing me for this interview. So I started as a blogger initially. I didn't start it as a SEO consultant. I started my blog on different topics like traveling. I'm fond of traveling. I travel multiple places every year. So I started as a travel blogger, but I launched my blog, waited for 6 months. There was no traffic, nothing. So at that point, I came to know that SEO is something that can bring the traffic to my blogs. So at that stage, I started learning about SEO and other related things around it. So that was the starting point for me. And it's been 7 years now that I'm doing this, and worked with many clients around the world, US, Canada, and all that other developed countries.
Very, very interesting. So you started off as a blogger, a writer, and you
Yeah.
then realized that no one was reading, or very few people were reading your blogs, the effort you were putting in creating content. And so you saw the importance of SEO. And this so much relates to a business, a CPA firm, right? We can be providing amazing services and helping our clients in incredible ways. And we have a website, but if it's not driving, it's not bringing in the leads, then we're not able to make a difference for many. We're not able to serve many. So I think this is super relevant. The topic at hand, SEO, and being able to bring in qualified, good quality leads. Now we hear of, like, when we think about traffic or we think about leads online, we think about SEO, and we think about paid ads. Like very quickly and high level, which one's better?
So for me and many business owners that I have worked with, SEO is the one thing that they recommended, or I recommended them, and that produced results for them, because SEO is long term. I mean, you do the SEO properly, you get the result for long term. But in paid ads, as soon as you stop paying the ads, boom, your results are gone. Secondly, with SEO, you get branding. Like if someone is searching for a keyword and they're finding your business or your firm out there, that's gonna keep that in their mind. So it's important. I mean, SEO is important because it's give traffic, leads, plus branding, which is missing in paid ads.
Yeah. And something important you say that, with paid ads, once you shut off the ad, you stop paying for that ad, you stop the traffic coming to it. So it's not got a long-term benefit, and SEO's got that long-term benefit, short-term and long-term, but SEO stays. It doesn't disappear.
Yes.
It doesn't go away.
No.
Yeah. How can SEO be beneficial for an accounting firm?
For an accounting firm, to be honest, like let's say you got a website and you haven't done any SEO for that, and even if we have done any SEO, but you're on the bottom of the first page, then you're missing out a lot of opportunities of bringing traffic and converting that traffic into leads and then customers. Even if like some firms do SEO, but they don't know what's going on in the back end, or what kind of results they are actually getting, because no proper reporting is shared in these, by the other, by many firms or many marketing firms, I would say. And the top 3 search results get most of the traffic and clicks, I would say. So it can help a firm owner if they have a website and SEO is done correctly. They can get a lot of traffic from those top 3 results if they are appearing in those top 3 results.
So the objective is to be on the top 3. Somebody searching
Yes.
for CPA firm, CPA service, some related keyword in a local area. The objective is for that firm to show up in the top 3. And there's significant benefit of being on the top 3 rather than being on the bottom of that
Or
list
nowhere.
or being on the second page or third page or fourth page and so forth. So this is the magic. This is the objective. The goal is to get on the top 3. Is that correct?
Correct. And just to add on, I have heard somewhere, I have read somewhere, the best place to hide a dead body is on the second page of Google because no one goes there.
Got it. Right. And we use the word SEO, it's search engine optimization. And there's so many like different ways. It's such it can be very confusing, overwhelming. Like there's so many different ways. Perhaps you can give us like, what are the, a handful of things that comprise search engine optimization SEO?
See, the word SEO is a small word, but it have a lot of stuff going on in itself. Like we have on-page SEO. Anything that we do on our own website is on-site or on-page. So all the changes or optimization that is done on a website, our website is on-page SEO. Then there is off-site SEO. So like the backlinks, you might have heard about it. So when we create content and distribute it on different channels or sources, that gives us a backlink pointing from their source to our website. So that's called offsite SEO. And then there is a technical factors, like the technical factors of a website that is being built for you. So you have to the marketing firm who is handling your marketing have to understand all the backend functionalities, if it's done correctly or not. Then 2 more things, which is Google My Business. So you might have seen on maps, like there are different listings. So these are appeared from Google My Business. Last is citations. Having a Google My Business is not enough. Again, it's a search engine in itself. Maps is a search engine in itself. So if you have a GMB listing, you have to do the citations. Citations are again distributing your map listing data on different channels. So there are 5 key factors for SEO, and they are divided into 2 sections. One is local SEO, which is done for Google My Business, and another one is organic SEO, which is done for your websites.
Okay, good. This was kind of a good overview of all the different ways of doing it on site. You mentioned on site, which is right on the page on the website, optimizing that. There is off site, you mentioned that. And then you talked about Google My Business, which is more of a map listing. It's a search engine so that, if somebody's searching for a local, for a local area, you're coming up on a map. And then you also mentioned citations. So perhaps give us kind of the difference between on-page and off-page. What are some key differences there?
So in simple words, the as I mentioned, on-page is something that we do on our own website. For example, content that is being published on our website is the factor of on-page. Images, the size of images is one of the factors. Then the loading speed of a website is one of the factors. Then internal linking of web pages is one of the on-site factors. So these are, there are several more factors on on-site, but anything that is being done on your own website, it's on-site SEO. Then on another side, let's say you have like a Facebook page, or you have a Tumblr profile, or you have a Quora question answer profile. So you are participating there, publishing answers on Quora, or sharing blogs on Tumblr, and you are putting your link in between those answers or blogs. So that's a backlink. So basically distributing the content.
So those are off the website, off your website. They're somewhere else on somebody else's websites that's high volume, and it's linking to your website, and Google likes that.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah. I'm curious to know, what are some things you're finding when you're doing on-site audits and you're looking, one of the first things you do is, look at a CPA firm's kind of their website and what's working, what's not. Just very quick, what are some things that are startling to you? Like say 3 things that you find when you do an on-site presence audit for a firm.
So the most common things or the most common issues which I found till now, like the speed of the website or the speed of a web page is very slow. That's one of the key factors these days. Google is considering the loading time of a web page as a ranking factor. So ideally 2.5 seconds or 3 seconds is the maximum time that is being allowed by Google. And if your web page is loading, more than taking 3 seconds or more, then it's bad. Google will count that as a negative factor. Another thing, like the title tags, we have meta title and descriptions. So people are, most of the times that title tag is incorrect. They don't have the right keywords in it. They don't have the right call to action in it. So that's another common problem. Third thing is the plagiarized content. Like people copy content from here and there and publish it on their website, which is one of the most common practice because they don't know why and how it can affect, their website.
Yeah, yeah. And, when somebody creates a website and, a few years back and it hasn't been looked at, right? Is that kind of why the speed may have gone lower and perhaps it was fast at one point and for various technical reasons, it has become slower and they just, it needs to be looked at to make sure that it's still fast?
See, Salim, I work with many developers while I work on SEO, and the most common thing that affects the speed is the coding part. So if a website is being developed like 10 years back, 15 years back, so the structure of the code was different at that time, and now it's way improved. So if the code structure is old, that's definitely going to affect the speed of a web page. And then like the graphics that are being used, if it's like too heavy to load, then it's going to affect the speed of a website also.
Wow, that's awesome. This is like good stuff, man. Keep it coming. And I'm looking at the clock as well. We've got 5-10 minutes. I want to kind of I've got several still more questions that I want to kind of get into. You mentioned earlier when you're talking about the list of different SEO stuff, Google My Business or GMB. What is it? How important is it for an accounting firm?
I would say it's one of the most important thing while you are making your online presence for your firm, because the first thing when someone searches a local query in local area, they see the map listing. Top 3 results are map, first, second, and third. So GMB is something that gets you there. So if you don't have a GMB profile, that means no one is finding you. You are nowhere in this world. So first thing is to get a GMB profile. Second thing is to get the accurate information there. Most of the time people have wrong address, wrong phone number, wrong email address, etc., or no logo, all kind of stuff that is missing. So that's key to get the right information on that profile. I already explained the importance. I mean, if you're not there, you're not getting most of it.
Got it. So GMB is super important to have that local presence. So somebody is searching for CFO services, tax planning, tax preparation in your town, in the town that the firm is located in, then we want to optimize that. And there's no reason that you can be on the top 3, the objective of, right? So there you want to be on the top 3. Somebody searches for your town. Yeah. And then you also want to be on the top 3 for regular, like organic searches, right?
Organic search. Yeah.
That's great. Good. Now, what are citations?
Citation. So basically, let's say you have a GMB listing, then there are similar directories like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and many more that are similar into the same category. So basically, once you have a GMB listing, you have to make sure that the GMB listing content is being distributed on different Directories are directory means citations here. So once you do that distribution of content, it helps you in getting that top 3 ranking. So citations are basically the directories where we distribute our Google My Business profile data.
Got it. Great. Content. I know you started your career as a blogger, so I know that's something you understand really well. How often should a blog be? How often should a post be created and posted on a website? How often and what size?
That's most common myth in the SEO world, that the blog post should be longer or too long. It depends. I mean, it varies from topic to topic. It can be 800 words. It can be 8,000 words if it's a guide. So it depends. First thing, it depends on the topic of the blog. Second, when we say how often, so once a week or twice a week is an average frequency of a normal business owner. But the main thing is consistency. So let's say one month you have done 1 blog post per week, another month you are doing 2 blog posts per week, and third month you stop doing that. That's wrong. It's better to do once every 15 days rather than doing no blogs in a month. So the consistency is a key here, because Google likes the consistency over the quantity of the blogs.
That's great to know. So consistency over size of the blog or quality of the blog. That's important. And I mean, that can be kind of a big task for a business to crank out a blog. But it is so important when it comes to SEO is to have that blog out there on the website on a consistent basis. How important is it for it to have the right keywords in it? Does it matter, or is it just content is content?
No, blogs can generate a lot of long tail keyword traffic. So let's say there are queries like how to hire right CPA, how to do my taxes through CPA, or what are the benefits of doing tax planning, and all those queries can be good traffic sources, because at last that person is trying to get something related to the taxes. So if someone lands on your blog post and you have right call to actions there, where you can get their phone numbers or email address with the name, you can repitch them the packages or the services. So it's important for generating the leads as well.
That's great. Good. Anmol, this was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all your insights and wisdom here relating to SEO, getting the firm's website up higher on the search rankings. What's the best way for folks to reach out to you?
The best way, I mean, we are doing that for limited time period, and the best way is to schedule an online presence audit from CPMG. So that's the best way to reach out to me, I would say.
Got it. Great. Yeah. So, and we'll put the link in the show notes to get for a firm to get an online presence audit. Click on the link, answer a few questions, and kind of will get you. We'll share with you behind the scenes or under the cover or under the hood what's working, what's not on your website, and go from help you with that visibility there. Any final words of wisdom, Anmol?
I would say make sure you are getting your SEO done right the first time, because if it's done wrong first time, it's hard to recover, because Google gives you the penalty, and once your domain is penalized, it's quite impossible to recover. It's very hard, I would say, to recover.
Great. Good. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for taking the time for this.
All right. Thanks, Salim.
Bye.